you kind of have to be like brutally honest with yourself. Like maybe you're just judgmental. Or maybe you're just kind of nitpicky, you know?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he spells or says something wrong, pronounces something wrong. And, like, that's, I guess, like a pet peeve of yours or something. Or let's say he doesn't have a good fashion sense. You know, like, sometimes people focus too much on the little things. Like, things that are completely, let's say, instead of typing the full word, they just typed in shortcut. Like, instead of typing U as Y-O-U, people just said, like, the letter U or something. And let's say you were, like, this grammar Nazi kind of person. But, like, that doesn't have anything to do with like, is he a good person or
Who the person is.
I mean, sometimes it's not the act itself that kind of disturbs you. It's kind of like what that means. My point is, I have to be completely honest with myself, brutally honest, and be like, am I actually disturbed that you type with the letter U? Or maybe I'm disturbed because I feel like you're too much of a casual person. Or because I feel like you can't articulate what you're trying to say well. Is it the action itself, like the act itself, that makes you like uncomfortable? Or is it because it's reflective of something deeper? Get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think there are a lot of pet peeves out there that people are like, oh, it's non-negotiable. Like, I know people who can't date others because if they eat with their mouth open, it's a big pet peeve and it's like over for them. The thing is, there's certain things that can be trained and improved upon. Like, I remember I told you, you can't just change people. And if you're super nitpicky about things and you want to change everything about them, then that's not good anymore. But if there's certain things that can be changed and improved, like for example, you can casually just tell me, can you just type with a U or something? Like a Y-O-U, not just the letter U. Then I imagine some people can improve that because, you know, there are things you can improve in life, right? You can learn not to chew with your mouth open. I mean, it's a good thing to learn and anyone should be learning that, right? But in the end of the day, if you're hyper focused on these little things and you're not focused on the bigger picture, is this person a good person? Is he kind? Is he generous? Is he caring? The little things are not important. They're insignificant in the end. So I think the best way to describe this is you have a very high standard. And if they have those things that you really can't stand, the nitpicky things, stop looking at those things and look at the overall picture. And try to really look at that person and say, okay, is this person actually a really good person for me? Because you could be wasting a good opportunity to be with someone great only because they do something you don't like. And I think that's just incorrect because there are many wonderful people out there who have flaws. Everybody has flaws. Nobody is perfect. In fact, you, the nitpicky person, could have flaws as well that maybe your partner also notices. But the difference is you're being nitpicky about things and you're focusing on the wrong, while that person, even though looks at your flaws, is probably ignoring them or accepting them, which is even better. So I think just stop focusing on somebody's flaws and focus on somebody's strengths. And remember, flaws, some are huge, some can't be worked on, some can be worked on. And I think that if you really focus and try to bring that person up, then eventually those flaws will become positive traits. They won't become flaws anymore. Or you will learn to accept the flaws because they are acceptable for who that person is. That person overall is such a great person that even if they have that tiny little flaw, you're okay with that because you know that you have somebody good.
Yeah. Like one thing is having standards and another thing is just being nitpicky.
Yeah.
Like you have to ask yourself, like, are you actually being fair with,
Exactly.
you know, the things that bother you? Because, okay, what I was trying to say earlier, I did a very bad job in explaining it, is maybe it's not that thing itself that bothers you. What bothers you is something that has a deeper meaning that you have to know just so you can, like, reorient yourself.
Exactly. Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
You are the issue. You are the one being too nitpicky. You have this problem. And why do you have this problem with all people who have that certain trait?
No.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, but no. Like, for example, let's say, just off the top of my head, you watched cartoons. And me being nitpicky, I'm like, I don't like that you watch cartoons. But is cartoons really what bothers me? Or is it like because I'm worried that you may be immature? Get what I mean? So it's not the cartoons. It's the fear of like maybe you're immature. But if I actually like get to know you and realize that, oh, you are a mature person, then the cartoons won't bother me as much. That was what I was trying to say. I had such a hard time saying that. If you guys want to check out the full episode, click the link on the screen or head on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever podcasts are available. Thanks for listening and we'll see you soon.